Hey guys, this is Present Mandy, and I'm here to tell you that the video you're about to see has past Mandy, and you will see why in a second, but I just wanted to let you know you have not just jumped into an alternate dimension or gone back in time. I filmed this a while ago for a very specific reason. My friend Gossamer will tell you. Hi. So please enjoy this video. As of filming the Pride of Riverstone, the sequel to The Rise of Riverstone, it will be coming out in 10 days. But by the time you see this, it's only going to be a few days. So please like and subscribe. Check out The Rise of Riverstone if you haven't already. It is available on Amazon hardcover, paperback, and Kindle. You can also find it on in my lap with Gossamer. He ignores me all the time, except just now. He's ready for his close-up. Thank you so much for being here, and please enjoy the video. Welcome to my world. I am planning on cutting my hair, but I need it for this video, so that's why I'm going to be filming this. Chapter 17, way out of order of everything else. Anyway, why are we talking about hair? It actually plays a very important role. One of the main parts of the story that really resonate throughout the whole story is the fact that Laria has red hair. Historically speaking, red hair, it has a very sordid past. Actually, only about 1% of the population has red hair, so it is very rare. And because of that, it kind of developed this reputation, most notably associated with evil. I know most people usually associate red hair with Scottish, Irish. The actual origins were in the steppes of Asia, and the reason it developed in those areas, there's actually a lot lower amount of UV that we all know is very important for the synthesis of vitamin D. So the people there evolved to have really, really light skin, and associated that was the red hair, and that was so they could better absorb UV light and survive in that area. And of course then those people migrated into the rest of Europe. Historians generally portrayed redheads as warlike and uncivilized. This is especially the case with, like I said, the Celts, also the Germans and the Gauls. Into the Middle Ages, red hair was almost demonic. It was associated with people being vampires and witches and werewolves and all of that great stuff. And physiologically, it is theorized that this is because red equals danger. So when we see the color red in nature, that's usually something associated with something bad that we have to avoid. And that's why those kind of negative connotations like subconsciously seated in people's minds. So unfortunately for Ilaria, her red hair, even though it's a big part of her, is associated very poorly. The princess that she works for wants her to cover up as much as possible so she doesn't have to look at it because it's considered kind of unsavory. Hair is also a very big part of my story because Laria spends a lot of time having to brush it. And that is because she's a lady in waiting. She does a lot of hair brushing and styling for the princess. It took a long time because hair was very elaborate back then. So there's a couple of different styles that I model my hair when I kind of talk about it. I don't get into too much detail, but it's generally styled a mix of Renaissance, Europe, flowing hair, braiding. They did a lot of binding of their hair with ribbons and jewels, and it's almost, you know, a status symbol. A lot of nobles would, the higher your hair or the more elaborately decorated you had, the prettier you were. They also did have headpieces. They had hats and veils and what Laria wears, which is a scarf that covers her hair. I'm gonna try doing a very simple hairstyle today because I don't have a lady in waiting and I have to do it myself. We'll see how it works. I mean, it might be kind of boring, you know, reading about somebody just doing hair all the time, but actually when Laria is doing the princess's hair, that's when all of the hot, juicy gossip happens in the story, because Laria supposedly can't hear anything that's happening. And of course, if she took longer to do the princess's hair, she may get in trouble, but she also might, you know, learn something. I parted my hair and I just have a ponytail. According to this video I'm watching, this is a pinless, easy braid that anybody can do. Well, we'll see, because I'm pretty inept. I have some ribbon and I measured that by starting at my elastic, and I measured the length of my hair, then wrapped it around my head and then doubled it. What we're gonna do next is take a ponytail and I divided it in half, and I take one part and I'm going to put the ribbon in the elastic. Bring that down. And then I'm going to do a simple braid, but I'm going to make sure that one braid has a part of a ribbon and then the other also has a part of the ribbon, and they have to make sure, I have to make sure that they show on the top. This lady that I'm watching, she has ridiculously long hair. It's probably down to her waist, and mine is not that long. So I don't know if it's going to be quite as impressive as hers. I'm now seeing that she used like a really bright ribbon and I used black, like I'm going to be going to a funeral or something. So I got to the bottom, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a knot. I think I might do two because I've already had a issue. So that one's done. I don't know if you can really see it. Again, I used black ribbon, and that might have been a bit of a mistake. So I've got my two braids. Again, they're definitely not as long as this other lady's hair was like this big. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hair and I'm going to lay it flat and kind of cross it at the crown of my head. Now, again, since I don't have as much hair as this other lady, it's not going to be quite as impressive, but you just go really, really tight across your hair and then come back down, and then you tie it in a little bow. So it's really simple. There's no pins. I mean, even I did it. Very simple. Got my hair up, ready to go on a dance. So anyway, that is the world of hair. Because it's a fantasy, obviously you can make it pretty elaborate. I mean, I've seen some amazing kind of hairstyles in fantasy films, but I just don't have enough hair to pull it off. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you were having fun with these World of Riverstone videos. I know I am, and I love sharing my world with you. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and please like, subscribe, and follow me on my journey as an independent author. We really enjoy your support, so please shop indie. Please leave reviews, because that really helps readers find their great new read. And you can find your great new read, The Rise of Riverstone, also on riverstonesaga.com. And thank you for joining me, and come back next time.